So, my friend Sensei Rick, about Kobudo. In other words, the use of common garden and household implements as tools of self-defense. And what I came up with is the rake, the common spade, most classic, the brush, something that is a little bit more brutal looking, a small implement. And one of the more iconic tools from slapstick self-defense, a frying pan, or in this case the top of a steam cooker. So, let's see. Let's start in the order as introduced. The rake. Assuming a surprise attack, I'm probably going to rake like this. And if an attack comes, this would be my ready position. From the side, I'm doing my job. This is the ready position. This can easily transition to behind. It can transition to front. High, low, high. It can go to the behind. Stab, high, low. It can go up. High, low, high, or high, low, low. Or it can go up. Mid, low, high, or mid, low, high, or mid, low, high. So just the movement of coming up to guard offers me protection against north, south, east, and west. And the way to practice it, obviously, in the first stage of the progression is using it as a tool, coming up, high, low, high, draw back, ready, high, low, high, draw back, ready, high, low, high. First variation, rake, come up, high, low, high, as seen from the front, raking, coming up, stab or thrust, high, low, high. First variation for this, raking, high, low, and a side swing, high. Once we mastered the side swing, raking, up to guard, high, low, low. If needs be, we can do some ugly raking down motion, up to guard, coming to the face, high, high or high, low or high, mid, it's all possible. This is the base motion from which we do it. So, this grip, we go like this, strike this down, have it like so, turn down, and so note the grip. So this is not this kind of turning with a grip change. Nada. This is down with the body swing, again down with the body swing. So when we have done that, come up, mid, high, low, fake a low swing, grip change, it's all there. Now the same thing with an implement of considerably shorter length. As you can see, the spade is way not as short. However, the spade is much more massive. So, again, we are using our spade for what it is intended to do, gently guiding work. The thread comes up. First of all, I have a good stopper, so that I can also use to hit with. The spade comes up. I have a good grip. Spading, coming up, high, low, high, swing, swing, high, low, high, swing, swing. Or we cannot use this because this doesn't give us too much reach. But when we do this, maybe this, so high, low, high, and when I just go like this, the guy needs to be very close, but I can go high, low, high, and back. If the guy closes in, I have this uppercut-like motion. Basically the same thing, only the spade, like I said, has possibilities here. I come up in my guard. I can turn and have, this is almost like a knuckle duster, this cross piece here. I can have a rather long grip, which also gives me the possibility to do down pads, groove blocks and other stuff, which I do not like to do with my hands too tight, because then probably my hands are going to get hit. Whereas this is far apart, so I can use this to fend stuff off. I can also have it in circles. I have control like an oar. This is almost like fencing, but you see, this is awfully short for just fencing. So the other guy, if he has even a short knife, this is probably not the best way to use a spade. This is better. This is very makeshift, so I hope you forgive me if it is confused. Here we have the same thing. The iconic monk brushing his temple monastery. Suddenly the bad guy comes. We go up. This gives us something to disturb the guy. This high, low, high is no good. But this still can go in the face. And I can come in. Just look at this. It goes to the face and I come in. There is no difference to eye jab, grab, elbow. In Silat, this would look like this. You see, it's the same motion. Up, wang. So this should be within the camera. Up, eye jab, stab. Even if this is soft, if you hit somebody between the legs, it's going to hurt. You can wrap this around the neck. If this is the neck of the guy, wrap it around like this. The neck being here, gives you a compression lock. And just bounce him away. This is light and therefore gives you a lot of opportunities to do stick exercises for self-defense, almost nunchuck style. So here you can do a lot of free-flowing stuff. You can have it under your arm and just fence with it like this. Although I wouldn't recommend this for actual combat practice. But it's good for form practice of a self-protection. And then we have, I just can't resist, the Heaven 6 with a small garden rake and the top of a steaming pot. This has much smaller reach. This is mean if it hits you, and this is much meaner if it hits you. So we must be clear that if we use this, this is application of lethal force. We can also hit with this. This is still critical, but not necessarily lethal force. And this, depending on where it hits, probably also lethal force. So if we actually ever use this, we should be able to articulate ourselves. On the other hand, since a garden implement somehow implies that we are on our own grounds, being attacked by a stranger on our own grounds may justify fear for our lives. But it's still, we must know what we are doing when we use this. Stab hit with an enforced hit. Shove the punyo. Do another rake, come back. This could be a hit, this could hook in the neck, draw him down, push. Punyo or elbow, backhand, either a hit or a rake, push, that kind of application. This, like I said, one of the most iconic things. I just didn't have a frying pan because my wife is cooking and she said to go fish but leave her frying pans alone, so I instead use the top of the steamer, but we can easily imagine that this might also be a frying pan. We can be in the sleeper guard, which is actually a supported guard and which allows us to take rather heavy blows. This is one solid unit. And if it goes to meet a blow, it is the whole body that and then forward. So this is of course a very Silat-ish way to apply it. So I would probably apply this. This leaves too much openings, although this is iconic for the slapstick movies. This is very iconic, but we could use it in what I said in the Viking technique. Pressing the guy, hitting, pressing, hitting, pressing, hitting. If the guy blocks us, maybe circling it out, low, uppercut-like motion, and back into the Viking technique, something like this. But to actually meet the force, I would have something like this, a solid unit. Moving as one thing, exercising, turning on the different levels, meet the incoming force, something of that nature. Like I said, my wife is cooking, so I can't make part of demos, but that should give you an idea of how to use that. And of course, most iconic of all, the cap. Just throw it as the other guy, if there is nothing else that will help. Yeah, it's soon going to rain, so I think that should have been it. Yeah, one other thing. Just to show off. So this Juru plus what I showed the first, this turning motion is the basis for most of what I have shown with the tools. So a Juru coming from the Indonesian arts and from Silat is strictly not from Kobudo, but I take more the idea of using household implements as self-defense. And so I hope that I'm still within the framework of Kobudo. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.